Limiting beliefs are those beliefs that you carry around everywhere. They're beliefs you may develop on your own or as an extension of what you're being told by others. They're the thoughts that weigh you down and stop you from stepping into your true self. But that's just it. Limiting beliefs are your thoughts. You have complete control over them and you can change them. You no longer have to be weighed down by the things you were told as a child, by a friend, by a teacher, or by yourself. You are constantly shifting with every moment, never being the same person you were 2 seconds ago. If you change your thoughts, you can set yourself free from these limiting beliefs. And that's exactly what I decided to do for 30 days. I wrote down 7 beliefs that have been holding me back for far too long and set out to change them. I created new beliefs that I wanted to live by and actionable steps I could take to make these changes. I was ready to set myself free and feel unrestricted and capable of doing anything I wanted. But I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. Obviously, when I say it now, it doesn't sound easy, but trying to change the thoughts that I've had so ingrained in my head for years is hard. And because they're so ingrained, most of these actionable steps, however simple they were, didn't come naturally. A lot of the time when I was implementing these steps, I felt like I was playing a role or a facade of some kind, which in a way definitely made it easier for me because I didn't feel like these people were judging me specifically. But challenging these limiting beliefs was so foreign to me that I felt like I had to become an entirely different person to do so. But as the experiment went on, this lessened. I found that every time I implemented an actionable step in real life, it was easier. The belief I had the most success in challenging was the 4th. I am too shy and unapproachable. There were many occasions this month where I just went up to a random person and started a conversation. When I was climbing and I saw someone struggling on a problem that I was also working on, I just went up to them and started by talking about how hard the climb was, and then before you know it, we're working together on this problem. And that just made my solo sessions a lot more enjoyable. The most profound moment of this during the month was when I was on a shoot recently and we were filming an event. One of the speeches really connected with me, and afterwards I found myself having all these questions and just wanting to thank this person for it. Now, normally if our paths had crossed, I would have probably just smiled at them and continued on my way. But instead I just went up to the speaker and started talking with them. I started by saying how I loved the speech, asked my questions, and then finished by thanking them. Both of these occasions are a pretty big achievement for me. I'm an introvert and I often worry about what others will think of me and if they'll judge me. So I'm pretty proud of myself here. But I'm so stoked that this process in general has made me so much more comfortable talking with people I don't know. The belief I struggled with the most was number 7. I am too boring and my life isn't exciting enough for people to care about my content. I did complete my actionable steps for this one, which were to A, create content that I felt really compelled to create, and B, content that I was passionate about and really loved. But there was this one video that I was just never really happy with it. I posted it anyway, but doing so didn't empower me. It just made me feel actually really uneasy, and I really still don't like that video. The problem is, I think I'm still waiting for external validation to remedy this limiting belief. It's much easier to put the control in someone else's hands than it is to wrestle with it myself. And it's actually going to take a big mindset shift to get to a place where these doubts and limiting beliefs are far and few in my mind. But acknowledging this is the first step to that, and at least now I'm on my way. I found beliefs 1, 3, and 5 were much easier to challenge and start to change. Each of these is a belief that I carry around within myself that makes no difference to anyone around me whatsoever. In other words, whether I am bound by that belief or free of it, it won't look any different to an outsider. It's all about the confidence I have within myself and who I am as a person. Ultimately, the only things that are holding us back are our thoughts. And a very real truth that I had to learn is that no one cares about what I do. If it doesn't concern or affect them, they don't care. If I go on a hard climb that I normally wouldn't try because I don't think I'm good enough, no one's gonna laugh at me or think that I shouldn't be trying it. They're gonna be focusing on their own climbing. Similarly, if I didn't try it and stuck to the ones that I'm comfortable on, they wouldn't care either. So why not just do the climbs that I actually want to do? The only person overly criticizing my body is me. If I look at my body from a performance perspective, I see all the amazing things that my body can do and all that it enables me to do. But if I look at it from a physique point of view, I scrutinize the little imperfections. It's the same body, but two completely different feelings and outcomes. And it's the same with my fifth limiting belief. If I am confident in what I do, polite, and work my freaking butt off, I will gain the respect from other professionals. All of these things are in my control, and if they don't see me as a professional, then that's their problem, not mine, because I know I've done everything in my power. And honestly, if they can't respect what I do, then maybe I don't really want to work with them anyway. Undergoing this experiment has reaffirmed what I already knew, but in a much clearer and deeper way. In such a short amount of time, I really was able to see some drastic results with not only challenging these beliefs, but becoming more confident within myself. I know it's going to take a while to properly change my beliefs and rewire my brain, but this experiment was a great way to kickstart that process. Simply identifying the negative belief, reworking it into a positive, and creating steps I could take to achieve it provided such a simple outline that I really could implement into my regular life. And by making the steps so simple, I can easily continue on with them in the future, which is what I'm doing. And I always like to remind myself that in order to create the life that I want, I have to first believe that I am worthy of that and then act like I already have it. So by continuing to implement these actionable steps in my day-to-day life, they will become a part of my normal routine, my normal habits, and one day I will wake up and those beliefs will be my actual beliefs. Okay, so that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see how tackling my sixth limiting belief went, then you can check out my previous video. I hope this little series has inspired you to make some positive change in your life, and if it has, now is the perfect time for you to start. Let go of what's holding you back so you can move into 2020 starting the best way possible. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I upload new ones every Thursday and I really can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye!